Good morning. Please be seated. It is my privilege to convene the 2023 Diploma Ceremony for the Case Western Reserve University School of Law, where we will present our diplomas to our May 2023 graduates. We also welcome back those graduates who received their degrees this past January and August and who have returned to campus today to join us in these commencement celebrations. When you entered the hall, you were given a postcard with a QR code. If you open the camera app on your phone and hover it over the QR code, you'll be taken directly to an electronic version of our program. You'll find the program for this ceremony on page 43 of your commencement program book. It is now my honor to present one of our two deans of the School of Law, Dean Michael Scharf.
Luke, I am your father. No, we didn't get James Earl Jones to do the welcome today. I just have really bad laryngitis. But if you can put up with my voice, we'll have a great welcome. Good morning. Well, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to our commencement ceremony in the 131st year of this venerable law school. This is the 10th commencement that Jessica Berg and I have presided over as co-deans of this school. We are so happy to be able to celebrate this important occasion with you and your families in the heart of the country's top-rated arts district. At the same time, I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge that University Circle occupies the traditional homeland of the Lenape, Shawnee, Wyandot, Ottawa, Potawatomi, Napi, and other Great Lakes tribes who were forcibly displaced in the early years of our nation. And we are excited that our graduating students this year have decided that the gift to our school and to future generations of students will be a land acknowledgement that you can see in front of the law school. Now, during the next hour, you will be hearing from the president of our Law Alumni Association Board, Nicole Braden-Lewis, Associate Dean Avi Cover, the Student Bar Association President, Gabe Kaufman, Co-Dean Jessica Berg, and our distinguished commencement speaker, Michelle L. Connell. And then the 120 JDs, 84 master students, and 18 SJDs from 25 states and 11 countries that make up the CWRU Law School class of 2023 will walk across the stage, receive their diplomas, and officially become graduates, alumni of Case Western Reserve University School of Law. The class of 2023 has left an indelible mark on our law school. Your time here corresponded with the height of one of history's most deadly pandemics. When the JDs arrived 3 years ago, you had to take your classes and participate in extracurricular activities and even socialize with friends, at first remotely on Zoom and later wearing masks. Even as the pandemic subsided, there was barely a calm moment outside of our building. You witnessed repeated acts of racial injustice, a divisive presidential election that culminated in an attempted insurrection, a Russian invasion that marked the return of the Cold War, a spate of national disasters due to climate change, an epidemic of mass shootings, an environmental catastrophe due to a nearby train derailment, and the most controversial Supreme Court ruling in decades. And I'm going to go off script here for a minute. Watch out, he's going rogue. I just want to say, if you all can get through all of that and still get your diplomas and become lawyers, you can do anything. So rather than become distracted, you retained your focus. Rather than become dispirited, you persevered. Within our virtual and physical classrooms, you engaged in vigorous debates about the weighty legal issues of the day. You won an unprecedented number of awards at national and international moot court and mock trial competitions and writing competitions. You edited and wrote impressive law review articles that will have an impact on the law for years to come. You helped document atrocities in faraway lands for eventual prosecution. And in our clinics, labs, and externships, you worked on cases that have changed and in some cases literally saved lives. You have made us all so very proud. Now, no one would ever say law school is easy. It takes a family to thrive in this incredibly challenging environment, even if it wasn't marked by so many turbulent things outside our classrooms. It is therefore fitting that we should take a moment to recognize the members of our law school family that played a part in your journey from student to lawyer. Let's begin with our remarkable staff who wisely admitted you to our law school. They assisted you in your research. They counseled you and advised you, and they helped you obtain internships, externships, fellowships, and jobs. Even today, many of our staff have been working behind the scenes to ensure the smooth running of this ceremony. Please join me now in thanking them for all that they have done for you. And then there are the members of our truly outstanding faculty who have taken you under their wings. They've taught and mentored you. They've passed along their passion for the law. From them, you have learned to think and problem solve and persuasively argue like a lawyer. Please join me now in thanking them. Parents, grandparents, siblings, significant others, and friends, we want to honor you today as well. Your love, support, and encouragement were vital to our students' success. We thank you for all that you've done for our graduates. Now, graduates, through your resolute efforts, you have obtained one of the most powerful degrees in education. With it, you can become the defenders of liberty, the champions of just causes, the protectors of the powerless, and the clear-sighted counselors of our society. But before you're able to wield that awesome power, there is one remaining challenge for many of you. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the dreaded bar exam. But in recent years, a record percentage of our students have passed the bar, and we are confident that you will do what it takes to tenaciously meet that final hurdle to becoming a lawyer. Shortly, you will become alumni of this historic institution, forever part of the Case Western Reserve University family. My colleagues and I are excited to watch you on the next stage of your journey, and we will continue to help whenever we can. We want you to remain in contact, to share with us the stories of your first experiences, your challenges, and your glories. And we hope you will give your support to the generations of law students who will follow in your footsteps, as our alumni have done for you. Let me end by congratulating you for all that you have achieved at our law school and all that you will achieve in the years ahead. It is now my pleasure to turn the program over to Nicole Braden-Lewis, the president of our Law Alumni Association Board. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Scharf. Good morning, class of 2023. I'm Nicole Braden-Lewis, a proud member of the class of 2001 and the new president of our Law Alumni Association Board. As soon as each of you walks across this stage and receives your diploma, you too will become members of the Alumni Association. Welcome. It is my pleasure and privilege to share this day with you. You have worked so hard for this achievement. You have something now that can never be taken away, your law degree. The skills you have learned and developed in law school will serve you in whatever path you choose. Skills like issue spotting, reasoning, communication, time management, and advocating for others and for yourself. If you keep your eyes open, you will find countless ways to use those skills in service, both service in the sense of providing valuable professional services for compensation, and service to the greater community. Service to indigent clients through pro bono representation, or service to a nonprofit organization that is meaningful to you through service on its board. Those opportunities are out there. The need for you is great. You can do so much good. The Alumni Association is here to support you along the way. Your relationship with our school and with your fellow alumni does not end today. Opportunities for involvement abound for our 12,000 alumni of all ages across the globe. From assisting with student recruitment for our law school, mentoring law students, a few years from now, mentoring lawyers younger than you, networking to look for your next position, networking to help someone else find a new position. And the Law Alumni Association Board will make sure you have opportunities to support the law school financially, too. Supporting the law school is not just giving back in thanks for fond memories, which not everyone has. Law school is hard. Supporting our law school is supporting the future of our profession. On behalf of the Alumni Association, I wish you every continuing success. Congratulations.
You did it! On behalf of the faculty and staff of Case Western Reserve University School of Law, I congratulate each of you on your graduation. It has been an honor to have you as students at our law school. We are very proud of your outstanding achievements, both in and out of the classroom. We are confident you will excel in your professional careers and will continue to contribute a great deal to your communities. I now have the honor of presenting the Order of the Coif. The Order of the Coif originated in 15th century English inns of courts to honor the best barristers. It was started in this country by a handful of law schools over 100 years ago to honor the top students in each class. We honor those members of the class of 2023 who are graduating in the top 10% of their class. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Please hold your applause until I call the last of the names. Andrew Jordan Thompson, Matthew Clay Borkus, James Joseph Jenitin, Madeline Marie Mishler, Kennedy Elizabeth Dixon, Natalie A. Eberts, Merritt Ray Salath, Elena C. Barone, Emma Elizabeth Giesemann, Zachary Glenn Tomei, Rebecca Grace Paul, and Abby Brianne O'Leary. Congratulations to all of you. Please Please refer to pages 44 through 45 of your commencement program. Those graduates receiving their degree with a specialty concentration will have that concentration noted immediately beneath their names. Pages 46 through 48 list those graduates who have been recognized for their academic and extracurricular excellence with special honors and awards. Those students, both JD and LLM, who are graduating with academic honors will be recognized as they receive their diplomas. I am pleased to announce one award that is not included in the commencement book, the Cum Studiis Tum Moribus Principes Award, which is presented by the Society of Benchers to a member of the graduating class who is eminent in academic work and character. This year's award recipient is Andrew Jordan Thompson. Andrew, please stand. You have all chosen the legal profession, which is a service career. The law school recognizes that this class has continued a strong tradition of showing a commitment to helping those who are less fortunate. The volunteer work in which many of you have engaged is an inspiration to all of us here today. It is my privilege to recognize the winner of the Jacob Hecht Pro Bono Graduating Student of the Year Award. This award recognizes the student who completed the greatest number of pro bono hours during their time in law school. The School of Law established this program to encourage students to use their education and professional training to benefit the community, particularly underserved communities. This year's recipient is Sydney Nicole Warner. Sydney, please stand. Congratulations. It is also my honor to recognize the recipients of several other awards, all of which were chosen by a ballot of the graduating class. The awards for community service are given to both an individual and an organization that have made the strongest contribution to public service. This year's award for community service for an organization recognizes the Black Law Students Association. I invite all of you who have contributed your time to BALSA to stand and be recognized. Congratulations. This year's award for community service for an individual, also chosen by ballot of the graduating class, goes to Thaddeus Quicklinski. Thaddeus, would you please stand? Congratulations. The Martin Luther King Jr. Award is given to the graduating student who, in the judgment of classmates, follows in character and conduct of the spirit of the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. This year's recipient is Iltaf Bala. Congratulations. Finally, the School of Law Leadership Award honors students who have made significant contributions to student organizations and fostered community in the law school. This year's leadership recipient is Gabriel Darren Kaufman. Gabriel, don't sit down, because you're also the outgoing president of the Student Bar Association and happen to be the next speaker. Gabriel will announce some additional awards, so please come on up to the stage.
There we go. Thank you very much. It is my pleasure to announce the following 3 awards. Call for applause after each name is called, and I'm going to ask each recipient to stand. So, the LLM Professor of the Year is Professor Julia Liston. Could you please stand? The JD Teacher of the Year is Professor Michael Benza. And the Dennis J. Jenks Memorial Award for Administrator of the Year is Senior Director of Career Development and Student Services, Keith Dye. So, my speech isn't really for the law school graduates. It's mostly for the family members and guests celebrating us today. The graduates have 3 years of legal education under our belts, so there isn't anything I could fit into a 6-minute speech that they don't already know. Instead, I'd rather go for the low-hanging fruit and make my point to the family members and guests who might benefit from a third party's perspective on what their graduate achieved over the past handful of years. I want to help you celebrate specifically what your graduates actually did and why it's important. It's often said that law school transforms graduates, teaching us how to think like a lawyer. But law school did not transform your graduate or teach them anything. While the school opened the door, thank you, we had to walk through it. Law school isn't one of those things that just passively happens every once in a while if you wait long enough, like the changing of the seasons. Rather, your graduate spent 3 years transforming and teaching themselves. And that's a very hard thing to do. To transform requires both enough foresight to generate a vision of the kind of person one wants to become. Here, a lawyer, and enough introspection, humility, and discipline to modify one's actions, thought process, and even value system to bring it into harmony with that vision. But that's all very high level. What did your graduate actually study to make that transformation? Each day, we woke up, got to our computer, and then what? What did we do? Well, I'm going to tell you. We didn't just practice using legal databases and word processors, although that certainly accounts for probably too much of it. I'd describe what we did like this. Outsiders often view the legal system as a set of concrete rules, somewhat in the form of X is illegal. When you imagine the lawyer answering your legal question, you might picture the lawyer scouring stacks of books or sifting through 50 web browser tabs to find the applicable law. Once the lawyer finally found it, they tell you what they found. According to federal regulation section 118293Q, yada, 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 you can't do that. But this concreteness is an illusion. Legal advice only seems so black and white because lawyers frame advice that way. Legal training is 5% trying to literally locate the right section of the right rulebook, and 95% reading and discussing judicial opinions where litigants and judges can look at the exact same legal rule and yet read different things. Therefore, what we learned was how the law is inherently squishy, and we learned that by practicing the art of squishing it. Here are 2 illustrative examples. If fruit and vegetable imports are taxed differently, yes, they know this case, you know someone is going to have a question about tomatoes. We learned to consider that while botanically tomatoes might be fruits, since they're typically used in savory dishes, the Supreme Court thinks they're vegetables. Here's another, not as interesting one. When you win in court, the judge often makes the loser pay you money. But what if you don't want money? You can ask the judge to order the loser to just stop doing the stuff that's bothering you, like emitting smog from a factory. That stop-it order, in legal jargon, is called an injunction. And how do you get one? Well, if you call up your newly minted graduate, she'll do a quick Google search to see that she needs to prove 4 things. 1, that you would somehow suffer an irreparable injury, that merely compensating you would be inadequate, that 3, that the balance of hardships weighs in your favor, and 4, that the injunction would be in the public interest. I'm sure Dean Adamson is checking me right now. He was my civil procedure professor. And that's it. Those are the magic words. There is no complex hidden meaning behind them that studying more laws long enough will uncover. You'll just need a person who can cleverly characterize deceptively simple words, balance competing values, articulate your goals as aligned with the public interest, which hopefully they are, and empathize with your situation. Again, your graduate's legal training was 5% in canting the magic words, but 95% honing those skills. But it really is essential that our society has some people who can do this, especially when the stakes are high, ensuring the success of a small business, navigating the provisions of a will, protecting a person's career, reputation, livelihood, or individual liberty all depend on similarly fuzzy legal phraseology. And that's exactly what we're celebrating today. Your graduate can actually help people through the really important and hard stuff in life by leveraging their newly honed skill set in dissecting abstractions like the public interest and trivialities like fruit. After all, studying law is an opportunity that fewer than 0.4% of Americans get, or maybe want, but we know law touches every aspect of everyone's lives. We owe it to you, the other 99.6%, to share our admittedly still developing skill set with those who need us. And if the community service, leadership, and scholarship record of my class is any indication, I'm confident we will live up to our responsibility. On behalf of the class of 2023, thank you to the faculty, administrators, and family who supported us through this phase of our lives. To the class of 2023, it's been an honor to learn with you. Every class thinks they're special, but we actually are. Who else got to skip their whole 1L year and still graduate on time? I did. I'm looking forward to keeping in touch as we progress in our promising careers. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce our class of 2023's honorary speaker, my colleague and friend, Oluwatomisin Orisadepe.
Good morning, everybody. Dean Sharp, Dean Bud, all associate deans, faculty and staff, family and friends, and the great class of 2023. Congratulations, we made it. When I got the privilege from my classmates to speak today, for the first time in my life, I thought maybe I should be a president or a governor. Not because I'm a politician, but because I think somebody will have helped me write my speech, and that would have been very wonderful. But because I'm not one, and I don't think I'm going to be one, I decided to write my speech as a common man that I am and that I will always be. So today, I'll speak to you on the topic, A Dream Bigger Than You. 75 years ago, a peasant farmer in Ikare Akoko, a small town in Nigeria, gave birth to a baby boy. As soon as the baby came out of the womb, the proud dad held the tiny little boy in his hands and looked up to the sky. As he looked up, he made a promise to himself and to the little one that he would do all within his power to ensure that the baby gets the best of Western education that will make him stand tall among his peers in the world and make him useful to himself, to his family, and to his community. Today, the grandson of that peasant farmer is standing here in Cleveland, Ohio, giving a convocation speech. That, my friends, is the power of a dream. A dream that is bigger than you. But for my grandpa's dream, I might not be here today. Like my grandfather, I invite you all to have a dream. A dream so big that some of you, your family and friends, would think that you are crazy. A dream of a country where our children can go to school and not be afraid of being shot. A dream that we can once again ring the doorbell of our neighbors without a bullet being fired into our heads. A dream where we all recognize, like Hillary Clinton, that women's rights are human rights. A dream where no woman genuflects at the altar of any politician or judge before making her private personal health care decisions. A dream where the cacophonous voices of division on our cable TV and social media are silenced, where we all realize that we are better as a united nation than a divided one. A dream where no great pregnant person loses their life in the process of giving life. Where no one becomes bankrupt because of ill health. A dream where education as a right is accessible to all, no matter our socio-economic status. A dream of a just and fair society where we can all spread our wings and fly, where the only limitation is that which exists in our mind. This, my friends, are my dreams. These are the dreams I have today. You might ask, are these not tall dreams? No, they are not. They are not, because the power that is within us is greater than the task that is ahead of us. Yes, we can achieve all this. We can because of the power of our degree. A degree from a reputable institution, the Case Western Reserve University. Yes, we've got the power. Soon we'll be the ones in those boardrooms, the courtrooms, the hospitals, the schools, and in different positions of responsibility, making decisions that affect entire groups of people whom we cannot afford to let down. The task is ours today to make our nation better and greater than it has ever been. Let us be the generation that finally brings us closer to achieving the words of our national anthem, of our national pledge of one nation under God, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you for listening. God bless you. God bless CWRU, and God bless America. Congratulations again, and go Spartans.
Thank you both, Gabe and Tosin, for those inspiring words. It is my great pleasure to introduce Michelle Connell, Global Managing Partner of Squire Patton Boggs and 2003 graduate, as our 2023 commencement speaker. Michelle is an alumni leader, having served as a member of our law school's visiting committee, co-chair of its Women's Law and Leadership Conference, and a member of its Society of Benchers, the law school's Alumni Hall of Fame. Before attending law school, Michelle was a Foreign Service officer with the U.S. Department of State, serving as a diplomat in Poland and Honduras. She received the Meritorious Honor Award from the U.S. government for her distinguished service. After graduating, Michelle joined Squire Sanders and Dempsey, now Squire Patton Boggs, where her practice focused on international mergers and acquisitions, corporate governance, compliance, and securities law matters. She has completed transactions in more than 20 countries and was elected partner at Squire in 2012. In 2015, Michelle was appointed to serve as managing partner of the Cleveland office, the firm's second largest office. She is the first woman and youngest partner ever to serve in that role since the firm was founded in 1890. In 2022, Squire Patton Boggs tapped Michelle to serve as the firm's global managing partner. In this role, she oversees lawyers and policy advisors spread across 34 offices in the Americas, the Middle East, Germany, Eastern Europe, and Asia. Michelle is an advocate for women in the workplace and serves on the board of Direct Women, a national organization that works to increase the representation of women lawyers on corporate boards. She is recognized as an Ohio super lawyer, a distinction honoring the top lawyers in the state, a trailblazer by the American Lawyer, a woman worth watching by Profiles in Diversity Journal, and recognized as a leading lawyer by the International Financial Law Review. We are thrilled to welcome and honored to welcome Michelle here today.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Dean Berg, for the lovely introduction. It is a privilege to be here with you today, to have an opportunity to offer thoughts and to celebrate your accomplishments with our esteemed guests, faculty, family, and colleagues. I was interested to read about you, class of 2023, nurses, CPAs, former military, a woodworker, spouses, and parents. And behind each of you, as has been said today, friends and family that have supported you on this rigorous journey through law school. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge those friends and family because I have heard tell, though unconfirmed, that law school students can be a bit stressed, anxious, sometimes a little difficult to live with, and so thanking all of you for that support and encouragement along the way. For those who have families and friends an ocean or more away, congratulations to you as well. Having lived and studied overseas for extended periods of time, I know the extra commitment and stamina it has taken to get to this degree today, and I commend you. And thank you for being part of the Case community and the Cleveland community these past years. And finally, to those graduates who are parents, I share that experience with you. I think that throughout my law school career, my son tried to set the world record for ear infections, and certainly my daughter enjoyed coloring with her crayons all over my textbooks and carefully highlighted briefs. And so for your perseverance and sense of humor, very sincere congratulations. Justice Brandeis, who served in the U.S. Supreme Court from 1916 to 1939, described the legal profession as an occupation which is pursued largely for others, and not merely for oneself, an occupation in which the amount of success, of financial return is not the measure of success. That description of our profession, being pursued largely for others and for which the accepted measure of success is not financial, that's not what you hear about lawyers typically, is it? That's not how we're described. That's not what you read about in the press. And yet I hope that as graduates sitting here today, that quote resonates with you and lands with you in some way. Because in having decided to become an attorney, having completed this education, you have not chosen simply a job, you have chosen a profession that when practiced at its best and with integrity is indeed a noble profession. Before I became a lawyer, as Dean Berg mentioned, I was a diplomat with the U.S. Department of State. I served in U.S. Embassy Warsaw, Poland, and U.S. Embassy Tegucigalpa, Honduras. I had the opportunity to assist in negotiating Poland's entry into NATO, an admission so meaningful to the Polish people at that time and so important to the global community this year following the invasion of Ukraine. I also had the opportunity to assist in building the institutions in that country to support a nascent democracy, including a legal system, largely from scratch. Honduras was a different situation entirely, struggling with corruption, a system of government that I would characterize as democratic in name only, and rule of law available to only those who could afford private security. These events shaped me, perhaps in the way that events of the last 3 years may have shaped you, influenced your view of the world and our place in it. I have seen firsthand the human cost of near anarchy in Honduras, and in Poland, the human cost of trauma of living under a system where rights are not respected, valued, or protected. My lived experience means that I do not take our democracy for granted. I do not assume that our three branches of government, including an independent judiciary, will stay in place without engagement, attention, and effort from each of us. Yes, there are flaws. It has not worked as it should for all. There is no question or debate from me on that topic, and yet, it is easy to identify weaknesses, to have strong opinions unsupported by action, and to pontificate from the sidelines. I suggest, and Justice Brandeis says, that that is not consistent with our duties and responsibilities as lawyers. Our duty as counselors, advisors, JDs, is to identify problems and then to be part of the solution. Because the administration of justice is, in fact, a collective and communal effort, not the purview of one singular judge, one court, or an individual attorney. The administration of justice is the responsibility of all of us, all 130 of you, those that came before and those that will come after. Luke 12:48 states, "From everyone who has given much, much will be demanded. And from one who has been entrusted with much, much more will be asked." As counselors in law, you will be entrusted with much: the cases, transactions, rights, and perhaps lives of your clients. And much more will be asked of you because, as stated earlier, your ability to analyze, to advance arguments, and to advocate make you uniquely situated, uniquely qualified to help people, to speak, to stand up, and to be part of the important discourse across the globe. As a collective legal community, we are called upon to do more. From the one who has been entrusted with much, much more will be asked. I appreciate that this may sound in equal parts inspiring and daunting. I also appreciate that at the moment, you may just be thinking, look, I just really need to pass the bar exam. And I get that. Before I departed for my first post in Warsaw, Poland, I studied the Polish language for 6 months, immersed 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. It was a difficult language, to be sure, but after that much time studying, testing, drilling, I thought I was good to go. I landed in Warsaw with my husband and 2 dogs in tow. We sat on the runway waiting to pull up to the terminal, and the flight attendant begins her announcements in Polish. You know the ones. Please remain seated, seatbelts fastened until the plane has come to a full and complete stop, etc. I had studied 6 months, 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, and I had no idea what she was saying. No idea. And I sat there on the tarmac and thought, oh man, what have I gotten myself into? I share this with you today because as you venture out as graduates, you may start your new job and feel that despite this fabulous education and preparation, you have no idea what is going on. You may produce a written product that is returned to you with more red ink than you have seen in your entire academic career. Do not be deterred. There will be encounters with falling short and disappointments. You will have great triumphs, and today is certainly one of those. And you will have difficult clients, heartbreaking situations, setbacks along this journey. Your experience facing and overcoming adversity, your ability to rise to the occasion, to undertake and complete law school, to travel to a foreign country and to study it in a foreign language, these are the traits of the strongest among us. These are the traits of the people upon whom we, as a global society, rely to make sure that rights are protected, equality ensured, and justice administered. This process of your legal education, from the Socratic method to the immense amount of reading in a compressed time frame, to the exams, the writing, all of this has been forming your intellect. But it has also been doing something in the background. Through your hours of hard work and effort, you have built resilience with a capital R. A reservoir of resilience that will serve you and upon which you will call and lean into time and time again throughout your career. As Dean Sharp mentioned, we have had, during the time of your tenure here at Case Western Reserve University, a global pandemic of historic magnitude, a U.S. presidential election that tests the boundaries of our democracy, a Supreme Court ruling in Dobbs that shook the foundation of rights that some thought long settled and safe, Russia's invasion of Ukraine in violation of international law, the storming of the Capitol, and in June we await an important ruling on the Harvard affirmative action case. You enter the legal arena at a time that is not for the faint of heart, but do not be deterred, because you have a strong muscle of resilience, and like any muscle, you must use it or lose it. So what does that look like? What does it mean to pursue for the benefit of others and to marry our capital R resilience with our responsibilities? You see it reflected in the joint efforts to create the right to counsel in housing court here in Cleveland. Based on a 2019 study completed here at this university, Legal Aid, the City of Cleveland, United Way, and others partnered to create one of the leading right to counsel programs for eviction cases in this country. Recognizing that the problem of housing instability is a root cause of poverty and that we as legal professionals have a role to play in addressing that. You see it in our firm, where we have attorneys from 13 countries donating over 25,000 hours a year to efforts ranging from pro bono intellectual property services so that women and minorities can register patents and begin to address the massive inequity in the IP space, to our legal support for More Than a Vote, the nonprofit founded by LeBron James and others to engage, educate, and protect Black voters. And it is on full and humbling display in our public service initiative, where attorneys in our New York office dedicate their careers to handling the most challenging constitutional criminal justice issues, innocence cases, and death penalty cases. I am proud of these efforts. I am proud to measure our success by them, because through these efforts, we are off the sidelines, we are in the arena, and we are part of the solution. As you graduate today, I offer you my most sincere congratulations. I also offer you the opportunity to join this profession and to do it in the noblest way possible, to protect rights, to ensure equality, and to administer justice. You are ready and you are resilient. You are the strongest among us, and I have every confidence that you will meet the responsibilities ahead of you. On behalf of the Case Western Reserve School of Law alumni, together with Nicole, welcome to the profession. We cannot wait to see what you will do. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle, for your guidance and wisdom. I now turn things over to Associate Dean Leilani Marshall, Professor Jonathan Gordon, and Professor Jack Turner for the presentation of diplomas.
Deans Berg and Scharf, faculty, and honored guests, it is my great privilege to present the class of 2023 graduates who have received the Doctor of Juridical Science. This terminal degree is awarded for 2 or more years of advanced academic study and research in the field of law. Our SJD graduates will be hooded by Professor Jonathan Gordon, Director of the SJD program, and Professor Jack Turner, Director of the LLM program. Nasser Badr Al-Maraghi. Ying Guan. Hongjin Hao. Pier Paolo Petrelli. Binan Wang. Ruonan Wang. Xiao Wu. It is now my privilege to present the class of 2023 graduates who have received the degree of Juris Doctor. Those graduates who have earned their degrees with honors can be identified by the honor cords over their lapels: gold for summa cum laude, silver for magna cum laude, and white for cum laude. Angela Lynn Kovacs. Natalie Denise Aguilar. Lucas Stephen Allison. Nupur H. Amin. Maryam Asar. Iltof Bala. William Ballou. Elena Barone. David James Bowman, Jr. Brooke Catherine Behrman. Sydney Bell. Lauren Nicole Benninger. Francesca Marion Bergeret. Mredul Barodvaj. Veronica Igorevna Bondarenko. Matthew Clay Borkus. Panayota Dimitriou Boulis. Thomas Michael Boyd Jr. Kiera Nichelle Braisley. Kayla Charnay Brisky. Danielle Lee Bushinsky. Owen Tyler Carpenter. Melissa Casella. Tristan Thomas Kavanaugh. Lucas Stephen Christensen. Luke Brandis Cipolla. Shelby Lane Conklin. Adrian Edmundo Corona. Bridget Ann Coyne. Thaddeus Richard Quicklinski. Jacob van Hemskerk Duker de Baltzo. Jacqueline Carlin Delahunty. Kennedy Elizabeth Dixon. Reese Disney. Natalie A. Eberts. Sally Ara Eno. Matthew S. Fennell. Elizabeth Marie Finazzo. Benjamin Joseph Foothuth. Melanie Elizabeth Fuenmayor. Emma Elizabeth Giesemann. James Joseph Jeniton. Jacob Ryan Galamis. Annie Rose Goldstein. Colden Roger Gosselin. Abigail Grossclose. Samuel Leonidas Helpert Rodis. Katarina Elizabeth Johnston. Vincent Robert Jones. Elizabeth Rose Katz. Gabriel Darren Kaufman. Rebecca Bell Kimmelfield. Margaret Kingkoff. Matthew Carl Janicki Kautsky. Megan Elizabeth Lanter. Margaret Lever. Austin Levan. Chong Lee. Barry J. Love. Corey William Lutz. Elizabeth Ann Martinez. Matthew William McDonald. Richard James McGraw III. Lauren Ray McKenzie. Alexandra McLaughlin King. Taylor Scott Mahelko. Owen Michael Migdal. Ryan Miller. Austin Kelly Maliran. Madeline Marie Mishler. Andrea Alexandra Mitrake. Ashley Elizabeth Mueller. Matthew John Mullins. Madeline Claire Myers. Victoria Lee Neekum. Abby Brianne O'Leary. Abigail Leah Ophir. Oluwatomisin Orishadipe. Vincent Jerome Palumbo. Mallory Parker. Rebecca Grace Paul. Magda Jerlina Phillips. Benjamin Isaac Patel. Jarshun Chi. Kevin Joseph Roberts. George Todd Roby. Michelle S. Robinson. Merritt Ray Salath. Rebecca Giovanna Singer Miller. Blake William Spiller. Zachary Sterling. Alexa Morgan Stavsky. Rachel Lee Suzanne. Michaela Lauren Swim. Andrew Jordan Thompson. Zachary Glenn Tomai. Theodore Truta Moldovan. Cameron Alexander Valkamp. Noah Lincoln Virus. Tseo Wang. Sydney Nicole Warner. Jordan Dean Weeks. Gabriella Marie Whitbroad. David William Wu. Zhongling Wu. Zidon Shi. Hannah Elizabeth Yake. Jonathan P. Ziga. I will now turn the time over to Professor Jack Turner to present the class of 2023 graduates receiving master's degrees.
Deansburg and Scharf, faculty, and honored guests, it is my great privilege to present the class of 2023 graduates who have received the degrees of Master of Arts, Master of Compliance and Risk Management, or Master of Laws. Faisal Alanazi. Mohammed Al-Ghamdi. Saud Khalid Al-Kamali. Abdulaziz Al-Ankawi. Abdul Rahman Suleiman Al-Muteri. Sasin Kaider Amzian. Abdulaziz Abdurrahman Ander. Tahani Fahad Al-Shamari. Abdul Rahman Salah Al-Yaya. Chun Nam. Tatiana Dorofieva with honors. Han Xiaorui with honors. Andres Octavio Jimenez Robles. Daniela Alves de Sequeira Fritas Kleiser. Sergei Vladimirovich Karutkov with honors. Liu Yanyu with honors. Colin Bruce McEwen. Anna Merdita. Supachaya Pranit Prokram. Sheng Li Young with honors. Shi Hao Yang. Sun Jai Yi. Wu Yu. Wu Yu Xin. Abir Ibrahim Salah. Zhang Yubin. Huang Zicheng. Shi Jingyi. Please join me for a round of applause for all of Case Western Reserve University School of Law's 2023 graduates. Congratulations.
So now for the actual degree conferral. By order of the Board of Trustees and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I now confer upon these candidates the degree of Doctor of Juridical Science, Juris Doctor, Master of Arts, Master of Compliance and Risk Management, or Master of Laws, and admit them to the honors, rights, privileges, and obligations pertaining thereto. Congratulations. We have reached the close of our celebration. In a moment, the recessional will leave the building. To our guests, we would appreciate it if you would remain in your seats until the faculty and graduates have exited the building for the academic recessional. There is another ceremony in this venue starting soon, so please do move away from the building before stopping to converse and take photographs so that staff are able to reset the auditorium for the next ceremony. There will be plenty of time and space to take photos throughout the campus or at the law school, where we hope you will join us for our celebratory brunch. You can get to the law school either by walking behind our recessional, taking your car if you parked here at Veal parking lot, or taking the Purple Route shuttle, which picks up conveniently in the Veal Circle, just that direction. It will drop you off in front of the law school on East Boulevard. To our graduates, as you reflect upon your time here and begin the next phase of your life, consider the words of Maya Angelou. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. You will not choose the challenges you face. You certainly didn't choose the ones you faced here the past few years. But you will choose how you react to those challenges and the pathways you choose in response. To borrow from words sometimes attributed to Abraham Lincoln, you can lament that the rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice that the thorn bushes have roses. With these final comments, I now declare an end to our 2023 commencement. Thank you, and good luck.